The suits sit high while the streets sink low, counting gold in the towers, letting fires grow. I hear whispers in alleys, truths they don't show. It's all smoke, no mirrors, just a puppet show.
They sign the papers inked with lies while we're left with broken skies. They take the bread and leave us the crust in this machine. Who can we trust? Shadows in the Capitol, the power's all a game. They point their fingers, but we know who's to blame. Whispers in the corridors, screaming through the shade. Shadows in the Capitol, nothing feels the same.
Mail! The ballots feel like broken dice. They play their games, we pay the price. Promises painted in black and white, but they vanish like thieves in the dead of night.
Laws written with invisible ink, pouring poison in the water we drink. They build their walls, we feel the squeeze. Freedom's just a word on a broken marquee. Shadows in the Capitol, the power's all a game. They point their fingers, but we know who's to blame. Whispers in the corridors, screaming through the shade. Shadows in the Capitol, nothing feels the same.
Where do we go when the truth's been sold?
When the streets run cold and the lies get old.
Where do we go when the truth's been sold?
When the streets run cold and the lies get old.
Where do we go when the truth's been sold?
When the streets run cold and the lies get old.
Shadows in the Capitol, the power's all a game. They point their fingers, but we know who's to blame. Whispers in the corridors, screaming through the shade. Shadows in the Capitol, nothing feels the same.
Good morning, guys. What's up? How is it going? I hope you guys are having a good Monday. I've had a very busy past couple weeks. I know I haven't been very active, so I apologize for that. So much news. There's so much news that I've missed. Good morning, Bach. What's up? I know there's a ton of news that I've missed. I've been dealing with going to Idaho. I went to Idaho for a week, and then I forgot my camera, so I basically only did a couple of game streams. And then last week, I only did one show last week because I've been dealing with a new puppy. She's currently in her kennel right now because she didn't want to sit still. She's very upset that she can't run around and play with all the other dogs right now. But she's not allowed to play with the other dogs because I have to do this. And she just got spayed, so I don't want them looking at her stitches and stuff. So she got kenneled. And then yesterday I went to a party. And when I came back from said party, I found her in her crate. She had chewed through her cone. So that was fun. She chewed through her cone, and now she has a donut. So it's pretty funny. She's got one of those inflatable donuts. She can't seem to chew that one. So so far so good. She only needs it for a couple more days. It's already pretty healed, but just to be safe, I don't need a vet visit over that. What's the puppy's name? The puppy's name is Karma. With a K. Karma with a K. There was someone who asked with a Karma with a C. I was like, what? Her name originally was Pebbles, but I did not want to call her Pebbles. She does not look like a Pebbles. Doesn't even respond to Pebbles. She responds to Karma, funnily enough, already. Like the first day she was responding to Karma. So I don't know what in that phrasing she likes, but she likes something. Anyway, I hope you guys are having a great Monday. Hope everything's good for everybody. And yeah, let's get into the news. I haven't talked about news, and really, I mean, besides the Wednesday show, it's been like 2 weeks. So I would like to get into it. I'd like to talk some news with you guys. Let's jump on over to the first story I got. Let's see. All right. Whoops. There we go. All right. So we got this first story from the New York Post, and I mean the title alone was enough for me to talk about it today because there's so much that could be said about this. New York Police Department detective, loving mom of 3, dies in Colombia a week after her butt lift procedure. Is it worth it, guys? Is that stuff really worth it? Like, I don't understand a lot of these cosmetic surgeries and stuff. The most prominent example in today's world would be like the transgender stuff, but I don't even need to bring that up. There's so many actors and so many people that get nose jobs and like butt lifts and fake breast and stuff, and I just got to tell you, it does not look better. It does. Natural always looks better. Natural, you can't beat a natural look. You just can't. Even if like you don't have the biggest breast or the biggest butt in the world, whatever. It's gonna look a lot better than you putting some fake crap in there. It's not worth it. It's certainly not worth losing your life over. And it's just unfortunate. But let's see what happened here. The NYPD detective in Loving Mama 3 died a week after receiving a butt lift and liposuction procedure in Colombia, prompting her grieving husband to request an investigation into her sudden death, according to sources and reports. DET, I don't know what DET means, but Alicia Stone, 40, maybe Detective Alicia Stone, 40, was rushed to Fundación Valle del Lila Hospital in Cali after she was discovered unresponsive in her hotel room around 6:30 a.m. Thursday, according to a law enforcement source. The 13-year NYPD veteran, who was part of the department's Internal Affairs Bureau, was pronounced dead just over an hour later. Sources said her cause of death was listed as unspecified cardiac arrest. Stone had undergone a liposuction and gluteal fat transfer procedure in the country on October 16th, just 1 week prior, according to the sources. She was taking anticoagulants and pain medication as part of her post-operative plan and was transferred to a hospital recovering after the surgery, sources had said. Her husband, Michael Stone, told the Daily News that he intends to request an autopsy and probe what led to her death. The doctor who called me from Colombia just called me and told me my wife had just passed away. Michael told the outlet she didn't have any information to tell me when I was asking her. Something just doesn't add up, he said. To be called Thursday and told that she passed away, that is just shocking and hurtful. I don't have the facts, and that's what I need, the facts of what happened. Michael recalled that his wife was perfectly fine just before her procedure and had told relatives the day before her death that she was feeling all right. Well, I mean, that's the thing with these procedures. They could have medical complications. You get some of the stuff into your bloodstream, and yeah, you may feel fine, but things are in fact not fine. And then it's unfortunate. Again, like I said at the beginning of this segment, is it worth it? Is it worth it? Like, you getting these nose job surgeries, fake breast, fake butt, or whatever facial reconstruction. Like, there's so many different procedures that people do nowadays. Is it worth it? Is it worth that small chance of your life, like, being ended over this? And then even then, like, if once you do this, there's no going back. There's no going back to a natural look. So if you do fake, do all these fake procedures to make yourself look like something you're not, you can't go back from that. So like, what if you do it and then it just doesn't look right, and then you're just stuck with it. You're just stuck with it now, and that's because you were trying to achieve something you didn't have. And it's honestly sad, because at the end of the day, what these people are suffering from is just a lack of confidence, a lack of like self-image. Like, I look in the mirror and I can see my imperfections, but at the same time, I'm like, damn, I look great. I look fucking fantastic. But you still have to be you still have to be real with yourself. Be like, all right, I got some blemishes here, blemishes there. My head is shaped weird. It is what it is. You can't see it on camera, but I've got a big flat spot on the back of my head. But it is what it is. I wouldn't change a single thing about myself, except for maybe if I went bald. If I went bald, I'd feel a little butthurt about that. Surgery ruined Megan Fox. There's so many actors that it's ruined. I think my girlfriend was showing me recently Starlight from The Boys, the actor that plays Starlight. She got like a nose job or something. It looks terrible. Terrible. It's like, what? Why? What do you need to do that? You looked fine. You looked perfectly fine before, and then you go and ruin your face. For what? Like, because you have some people around you telling you that you need that? Or you're looking at yourself in the mirror and you're like, I don't like the way I look. Well, I'm sorry to tell you, but when you look at the mirror, you're looking at a reverse image. So you're not even really looking at yourself. You're looking at the reverse of yourself. So that's not necessarily what people see, and your eyes might not look your eyes might not like what's looking back at you. But it is what it is, man. Like I don't think you should be changing yourself with cosmetic surgeries. Any cosmetic surgery, any surgery that is unnecessary is just that. It's unnecessary and you don't need to do it. A fundraiser for Stone's family described her as a loving mother of 3 and a dedicated public servant who spent her career protecting and serving others. Alicia's, is it Alicia or Alicia? Because I know there's 2 pronunciations. We'll just say Alicia's kindness, courage, and compassion touched everyone she met, both in and out of uniform. Her unexpected passing has left a tremendous void in the lives of her family, friends, and fellow officers. A gluteal fat transfer procedure known as a Brazilian butt lift, or BBL, involves transferring fat from other parts of the body to increase the size of the buttocks, according to the American Society of Plastic Surgeons. Uncommon complications such as a fat embolus resulting in death can occur from injecting fat intramuscularly. Okay, that's a weird word. Never read that word before. Hopefully I said it right. After Stone's death, authorities contacted the Colombian National Police, the U.S. State Department, and a consular services official, the outlet had reported. The husband also claimed that an NYPD detective has been sent to Colombia to look into her death. Family members did not immediately respond to the post request for comment. Well, I hope there was no wrongdoing here. It doesn't seem like we have all the information right now. Looks like the presumption is that she died due to complications from her procedure. And that's unfortunate. I again ask everyone in the chat, is cosmetic surgery worth the possibility of losing your life? Like, even if it's like a 1-2% chance, maybe less, is it worth that small chance? Just to like have something that's not really yours anyway? I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that stuff. I don't like these procedures. I just don't like this stuff. There's so many examples of specifically women, because guys don't really get these procedures unless they're transgender. That's like the main demographic of men that get these procedures is transgender people. I should say trans women, I guess, because those are biological males. That's the main demographic that gets these procedures. And I don't know if it's worth it. I don't think it's worth it. And it's not worth it even if there was no risk of death, honestly, because the chances of you looking better after the surgery are slim. I've seen very, very few cases, maybe like a handful of people, where I'm like, all right, I could see why you got that nose job. Okay, I could see why you got that cosmetic surgery. I still don't agree with it. Even when it looks good, I still don't agree with it. But wait, I thought Colombian hospitals were top-notch. Yeah, top-notch for sure. So should I cancel my Peruvian penis lift? I think I'll cancel. Look. Yeah, cancel it and then double it and give it to the next person. You can give it to the next trans person you see. Stay curved forever, and then NIG. I can't say that because I'm on YouTube. You know I would say it. I can't say it because I'm on YouTube. It is what it is. But yeah, anyway, that's the news on this one. I feel bad for this family. She should not have even been in this situation, but it's one of those cases where like she kind of put herself in this situation. It's not her fault that she died, but the whole situation could have been avoided had she just accepted the ass that she has. And you know, it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate to think about. I mean, what like me as a husband, right? If my wife was like, I want to go get a butt lift, I would try everything in my power to convince her otherwise. Like, let's say she has the world's flattest ass, I would still say no. I'd be like, no, you don't need that. It's fine. You're fine. You're beautiful just the way you are. What happened to that, by the way? What happened to that? Because that used to be a thing, especially from people on the left. Accept yourself for who you are. It seems like we have forgotten that. Accept yourself. No, it's not a hot look. You look like you're wearing a diaper. Yeah, no, some of those butt lifts do look like that. You'd be walking in the store and you're like, damn, what fucking... Yeah, no, I know exactly what you're talking about, Mighty Pete. What an odd story. It is an odd story, but, you know, the news is news, as Pete says. But what happened to that? What happened to just accept yourself for who you are? The Kardashians happened. Yeah, no, that's a good point. That's a good point. They were complaining about all these, like, unobtainable looks and stuff like that in magazines and in media. And then all of a sudden they convinced an entire generation that, no, you actually do need to go get all these cosmetic surgeries No, you actually can be someone that you're not. And I think that's partly how the trans stuff came about, because it's like it went from accepting yourself as who you are to no, you can be something that you're not. And it's crazy to see how quickly that happened. Because I remember being in grade school, I remember being in elementary school and being like, yeah, no, it's okay to be yourself. It's okay to accept yourself for who you are and all your imperfections. You should always strive to be a better person, but you should not sit there and wallow in your own self-pity over the way you look. If I look like I got hit with a truck, it is what it is, man. At the end of the day, I personally, for me, I don't much care about people's looks. Obviously, I can acknowledge when someone looks better than someone else, but I care more about someone's personality. You can be the most beautiful person in the world and have an ugly personality, and that's more what I want to interact with. So if you have an ugly personality, then I don't want anything to do with you at the end of the day. But that's regardless of how you look. And that's how it should be. It should be based on merit and how people treat other people. It shouldn't be based on someone's looks. But we live in a society where you just want to look your best on Instagram. Terrible. It's disgusting. That's why my children will not have social media until they're very old. At least 16, maybe 18. They can get a phone and social media when they move out of my house. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see. It depends. Depends greatly. I want to get one of those phones where like it just has 2 buttons on it. Where like it has one that says call mom and then the other one says call dad. Like that's it. Or well, 3 buttons. They could also call 911. That's it. I want my children's phone should only have 3 buttons. That's it. And I don't want them to text me. Don't text me. Call me. Do not text me. I hate texting. Maybe it's because I'm autistic. Texting, I seem to always mess up texting. I don't know what it is. I always piss people off in texting. I don't know if it's the way I come off or it's the way I word things. People aren't used to the words I say. I don't know. I use a lot of words people don't normally use. Like one of my favorite words being evidently. I love the word evidently. It's not used enough. What the hell is going on my screen right now? I don't even... What even was that? I just got distracted by that. It was a bunch of fat black women running with rifles. That was weird. Anyway, let's move on to another story. I don't even know what that was. Anyway, that's the end of that segment right there. So that's how I record these segments now. So I'll pull up a news story and then I will click this little fancy dancy little start recording button over here. And yeah, now it's cool to look like a Picasso painting. Yeah, basically, Shitty Gov is correct. All right, guys, make sure you like the stream, share the stream, guys. Do me a favor, share the stream with one person, share the channel with one person that you know likes the news. You have someone that you're friends with or someone you know that likes the news. Share the channel, share the Rumble channel specifically, because YouTube is whatever. I don't even know what's going on with YouTube, because the other day Joey and I were playing a really fun game. You guys should check it out. It's called Jump King Quest. Either go watch his stream on it or go watch mine. Doesn't matter. Just go watch it. Hilarious game. If you know anything about Dark Souls, it's basically 2-dimensional Dark Souls. It's a 2D screen, and it's Dark Souls. It's fucking great. It's hilarious. Fat BBW with rifles equals it's happening, guys. Cartman. All right. Anyway, we're gonna move to this. Next story. But guys, yeah, like the stream, all that good stuff. I have the like goal up at 15. I normally have it at 10. Whatever, it's fine. Oh no, I'm losing, or not losing, but my gifted subs are running out. I gotta change the goal. 15 is far too much. We're gonna bump it down to 10. Boom, 10 is more achievable. 10 is more achievable. There we go. Should update. Damn, that updated instantly. Okay. I knew you'd get it, Tyler. Well, yeah, I love South Park. Of course I'd get it. All right, let's check this out from I got another story from New York Post. This one was kind of funny. Sorry, yawning. I'm still waking up. I had to take the puppy out and let her run around for a minute before I put her back in the crate. But she's all good now. She's all good. All right. And you know what else is good? The news. The news is good. Let's talk about the news. Let's move over to this next story. Wait, I'm supposed to be subbed? What happened? Where are my emotes, motherfucker? Oh, he lost his gifted sub. Sorry, buddy. All right, let's talk about this. I don't really know how to feel about this story. We got this one from New York Post. This just kind of, I don't know. This just seems weird to me. But let's read it. Let's go on. House Republicans want to strip Zohran Mamdani of his citizenship, possibly deport New York City mayoral frontrunner over form omissions. So what happened? I mean, the guy's a liar. He recently got exposed. He said something like his grandmother was fearful to go on the New York City subways after 9/11 because of her hijab, and people looked into it, of course, and that's all fake. Both of his grandmothers that we know of, both of his grandmothers, neither of them lived in the United States in anywhere from the year 2000 to 2003. So, didn't happen. Cool story, bro. Didn't happen. But let's see. The first immigration case New York City mayoral frontrunner Zohran may have to confront if elected could be his own, as two House Republicans push the Justice Department to probe his path to citizenship and possibly boot him from the United States. Representative Randy Fine last week demanded the feds review every naturalization of the past 30 years, starting with Mamdani. I just think we need to take a hard look at how these folks became citizens, and if there is any fraud or any violation of the rules, we need to denaturalize and deport. So what I'll say on this is, yeah, sure, we can, if we have the resources to do so, yes, I'd like to have a review of everyone that's come into the country in the last 30 years and gotten citizenship. But, like, it says any violation. Like, well, what if the violation is you put the wrong date? Like, I think we need to be specific here about, because any violation is very broad. Like, if someone put the wrong date down and they've been here 30 years, and we're like, oh, you put the wrong date down, we're gonna strip your citizenship and deport you. I don't know what that is. I don't know what's going on there, Shitty Gov. If that's the case, I don't know. You're gonna have to take that one up with Rumble. Oh, Joey just messaged me something. Well, okay, well that's news. I wonder if he's joking or not. I'm sure he'll. Oh. Wait, hang on. Wait, what? Do. Wait. So you send that? Joey sent me something, and now he's saying he got hacked. Okay, well, good thing it didn't work then. I better not get hacked now. If Joey sent me something and got me hacked, I'm gonna be butthurt. Better not have. Anyway. He said he didn't send that? What the Do I need to change my passwords? Yeah, Joey's Steam account got hacked. I might need to go change my passwords now. God damn it. No, but I clicked it. I think I'm fine. I think Brave blocked it. Anyway, that's separate from the story. I just had to figure that out because apparently Joey's account sent me something on Steam, but it was not Joey. Nope, deport them. Even over like a mess up of you just want people out of the country though, Shitty Gov. That's the difference. I did a paid subscription. Shit took me forever to figure out. I'm not sure why it's not continuing then. But I don't know. Does it say you still have a subscription, or is it telling you to subscribe again? Because I don't know. I don't know how that works. But look, I get we want a bunch of people out of the country, but I'm fine with legal immigration. If these people come to the country and everything's all fine and dandy, like they don't have any records or anything like that, I'm fine with them being here at the end of the day. But looks like he also called for a probe of anti-Israel squad member Representative Ilhan Omar, who was born in Somalia and is one of the first two Muslims to serve in Congress. Mamdani is a threat to the nation, he continued. I know there's a lot of us that are very, very concerned about the enemy within, people who have come to this country to become citizens to destroy it. That's true. Yes, I would want them out, but every time we give an inch, they take 100 miles. I understand that, I really do, but again, I'm fine with legal immigration. There's plenty of people that come here that do benefit the country by them being here. I don't think we should just blanket remove everyone. But we should go through these processes. Ilhan Omar possibly committed fraud as well, allegedly, because of the marrying of her brother and some other stuff to get into the country. Like, there's a whole shady thing going on there. If they want to look into that and figure it out, go for it. I don't know what the assumption here is with Zoran. Maybe it'll say it further here in the article, but I haven't seen anything that would lead me to believe he falsified his documentations for getting into the country and becoming a citizen. He dismissed logistical concerns about yanking the citizenship of naturalized Americans after they got elected to top jobs. If they're not Americans, they can't be in office, he said. That's true if you strip someone of their citizenship. Since June, his colleague, Representative Andy Ogles, are from Tennessee, he has pushed for a Justice Department probe of Mamdani, saying the socialist who is leading New York City mayoral polls lied on his sworn statement when he became a naturalized citizen in 2018. Ogles issued a call to deport Mamdani and branded him an anti-Semitic socialist communist who will destroy the great city of New York. In 2018, when he was naturalized, he failed to disclose some of the things that he had been doing, one of which was joining the Democratic Socialist of America. That's a communist organization which, quite frankly, at the time, could have disqualified him from becoming a United States citizen, Ogles told Newsmax. Yeah, see, if that's the attack vector that they're using, I think that's honestly pretty stupid. I don't agree with communist. I don't agree with socialist. But that's not a reason to strip someone of their citizenship. That's not a reason to deny someone of their citizenship either. Unfortunately, we live in a system where people can vote for these things. If someone wants to vote for socialism, you can agree with it day and night. But they have their right to vote for that. You just have to convince them otherwise. And that's ultimately the goal with me doing the show and with having political conversation and stuff, is to convince people otherwise of things that they believe. And if this is the attack vector, it just seems like that they know they're going to lose. And what does it mean to lose, right? Because right now they're talking about backing Cuomo. Republicans are backing Chris Cuomo. Why? You really rather a senior killer, someone who put sick people in senior centers, and that's just top of my shit list with him. You rather someone who ran New York into the ground for years and put seniors in nursing homes, or put sick people with seniors in nursing homes and got them killed. You rather that guy than the socialists? Like, he's just a mayor. He's not going to have that much power. He's not going to have more power than the governor. He's not going to have more power than Trump. And if he tries to defy federal law, hopefully the Trump administration would crack down on him. They shot the guy that did the convincing. I know. They shot Charlie Kirk. Cuomo deserves a trial and a room in Gitmo. Exactly, but why are Republicans backing Chris Cuomo? Sliwa has a less than 2% chance of winning the mayoral race, according to Polymarket. And I think it's largely due to Republicans, honestly. Republicans propped up Mamdani. They almost wanted him to win. So it's just funny to see now that they're complaining and trying to strip him of his citizenship when they propped him up. They're the ones that kept doing all these stories. I mean, there was one day I went through on the show. The Post Millennial had like 7 stories in a span of like 48 hours about Zoran Mamdani. You're putting all of this in front of people. So then when they go to the polls, guess what's on their mind? Zoran Mamdani. They're going to think, oh, Zoran Mamdani. Oh, Republicans don't like Zoran Mamdani. Oh, I live in New York and I hate Republicans. I'm going to vote for Zoran Mamdani. Like, you guys literally the GOP pushed people to do this. And then all of a sudden, the last second, instead of backing the Republican representative or the Republican mayoral candidate, they go and back Chris Cuomo? What? It's just ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. And now they're calling for his deportation. Whatever, dude. It's so stupid. He also cited Mamdani's statements calling for free the Holy Land Five, a quintlet of Palestinian Americans who led the giant Muslim charity Holy Land Foundation for Relief and Development and who were convicted in 2008 of funneling millions of dollars to Hamas. U.S. immigration law declares inadmissible those who had been a member or affiliated with the communists. Sorry. U.S. immigration law declares inadmissible those who have been a member or affiliated with the communist or any other totalitarian party. The current form asks would-be citizens to disclose if they have ever been associated in any way with any communist or totalitarian party anywhere in the world. President Trump has called Mamdani a communist lunatic. Mamdani specifically denies being a communist. Yeah, he's not a communist. He's a socialist. It's different. He's a socialist, guys. It's totally different. Republicans are spineless, do nothing, or corrupt. It's why they back Cuomo. Also, deport Mamdani. Look, if I'm not gonna shed a tear over them deporting Mamdani, I just think it's stupid. I just feel like it's they realize they're taking the L on this, and they're like, all right, well, whatever. Let's deport him. And then you deport him, and then what? You get Chris Cuomo? Like, it's so stupid. Better the devil you know than the devil you don't know. Is that what the Republicans are thinking? Representative Sri Thaindar, D from Michigan, who represents Dearborn Heights, which contains a large Muslim population, called for Ogles to be censored over his post. The Justice Department wouldn't rule out a probe of Mamdani. Due to the Democrats' shutdown, congressional correspondence is delayed. The department does not comment on the status of ongoing potential investigations, a DOJ spokesperson told the Post. The latest outrage over Mamdani came when he posted a cheery photo to X alongside controversial Imam Siraj Wahhaj, who was named as an unindicted co-conspirator to the 1993 World Trade Center bombing that killed 6. Mamdani, a 1993 World Trade Center bombing that killed 6. Mamdani did not return a request for comment. I guess that was before my time. That's literally 8 years before I even was a twinkle in my father's eye. I didn't know the World Trade Center had a bombing 8 years prior to the 9/11 attack. It's interesting. So he's an unindicted co-conspirator. Why was he unindicted? If we know that he was a co-conspirator, why is he walking this earth? That's what I want to know. That's so weird. Anyway, problem make more money being controlled opposition. Stupid problems require stupid solutions. No, I think New York GOP is corrupt. Yeah, but like, would you rather a corrupt GOP or a corrupt Democrat? Like, that's the option that we're given nowadays. Is look, we can't give you no corruption. There's no way we'll ever give you no corruption. So your options are a corrupt Democrat or a slightly less corrupt Republican. Maybe sometimes more corrupt. Just depends on the day. It's all stupid. It's all fake and gay. And yeah, it is what it is. But as far as deporting him, look, if they do an investigation and they find that he did falsify stuff, or if there is something like you can't be a communist or you can't be a socialist and become a citizen, sure, fine, whatever. Do I think it's stupid? Yeah, a little bit, but I don't care. I won't shed a tear over this. I just feel like the Republicans realize they lost New York and they're trying to actively dismantle it. I don't know. I don't know what they're doing here. The Joey Cannoli is the expert on this. And then of course there's a bunch of people that want to comment on New York and say all these different things. But you really gotta live. You gotta live in New York. Take it from someone that lives in New York. Take it from our modern day New York philosopher Joey Cannoli. Go subscribe to Joey Cannoli. Go follow his channel. You can hear his show later today. Where did we go wrong in ascribing our morals to demons without any? Where we go wrong is ascribing our morals to demons without any. Absolutely. No, that's definitely something that that a lot of people need to come to grips with. Is you may have a certain moral foundation, but even with someone with the same religion as you, the same like religious belief as you, may have different morals on certain issues, and that's something that that everyone needs to come to grips with. Because the guy that's stealing your car or stealing your money doesn't have the same morals as you. He doesn't have they don't, well, I say he because it's usually guys stealing, but they don't have the same morals as you. People committing crimes and hurting people and looking to do wrong and looking for power, they don't have the same morals as me, you, or most people. Most people are selfish. They create their own morals and their own justifications. And I think people need to realize that. Morals are not universal as much as we want them to be. Rights are not universal. And George Carlin said it best. Rights don't exist. Privileges do. If rights existed, the government wouldn't be able to take them away. Because you'd have a right to them, right? So they're not rights. They're privileges afforded to you until it's not convenient anymore for the government. Because the government can and will take your rights and privileges away in a blink of an eye. They don't care. If they really wanted to, they'll do it. And it's unfortunate. That is the world we live in. That is the world we live in, and everyone needs to be aware of that. All right, we're going to move on to the next story. Let's see. I do want to talk about... we'll get there soon. What are these other stories? What stories did I pull up? Oh, okay. What time is it? Turn 9:30. Well, I hope you guys are enjoying the show so far. I hope you guys are enjoying the show. Because we have more stuff to get into. More stuff to get into. Let's talk about this. This is kind of funny. I mean, the government is still shut down, but, you know, it is what it is. It hasn't really affected me much. Thankfully, I came back from my Idaho trip before the LAX got shut down. I don't know if it's back open or not, but it got shut down for at least a little while, which is pretty funny. And that's because of the staffing shortages due to the government shutdown. So, yay, government shutdown, yay! Love it. Love it, love it. Anywho, what do we got going on here? Tell me what do you guys think? Yo, what's up? What's up, Clint? Over here. Before we get to this next segment, I'm thinking I need to go grocery shopping, right? I'm thinking about picking up some edibles. I haven't had an edible in probably like 3 weeks. I'm thinking about getting some edibles. No more smoking. I'm done with smoking. I'm not smoking anymore. I ban myself from smoking. It's forbidden. Smoking is forbidden for me. I can't be trusted to smoke. It quickly devolves into waking and baking. So none of that. But I'm thinking I go pick up some edibles. And then I find a video game to play later today. Or maybe I don't know what Joey's doing today. I don't know if we're playing Repo or not. Howdy, howdy. Howdy, howdy. What's up, guys? Let's see. What is this? Oh, okay. Someone liked my comment or tweet. All right. Anyway. Okay. Let's see. Let's talk about this next story. Because this one was kind of funny too. Let's bring it up. All right. We got this from the Independent News. Independent.uk. Trump says he's hitting Canada with an extra 10% tariff over fraudulent Reagan ad. Trump appeared to take great offense to the ad as he slapped Canada with an additional tariff. I will again say, for those of you that care, Trump does not have the authority to institute tariffs. It's absolutely unconstitutional that he keeps doing that. Do I agree with the tariffs? Yes. I agree with the tariffs. I think tariffs are needed. I think more tariffs are needed. But they should be approved by Congress. So I don't necessarily blame Trump for this. Trump realizes that the party isn't doing anything. Congress isn't doing anything. So he's just slamming this stuff through. But Congress should be doing this. And fuck Canada, buddy. Yeah, I agree. F Canada. Again, I agree with these tariffs, and I understand why Trump is doing this, because Mike Johnson and the other Republicans are not doing ish in the Congress. I mean, Speaker Mike Johnson could be forcing these people to come and vote every single day or face, just not being able to vote. He could do that. He could just force them to come back, and he's not, because, I don't know, my guess is the Epstein stuff. Democrats don't want the funding of the funding. Democrats don't want funding because they want riots. Republicans don't want funding because after the funding goes through, they will immediately vote on the Epstein stuff. So, long time no see. I know I've been gone. I know. I talked about it at the start. I know. I'm back though. I'm back. Hello. Screw Canada. Screw Canada. Screw Canada. Well, let's watch this ad from these goddamn Canucks. Am I allowed to say that on YouTube? I might actually get in trouble for saying that on YouTube. What the hell? This is not the ad. Refresh. There we go. Play the ad.
When someone says, let's impose tariffs on foreign
Why is it so
imports,
quiet? Hang on.
it looks like they're doing the patriotic thing by protecting American products and jobs. And sometimes for a short while,
Go back. No! Oh my goodness.
when someone says, let's impose tariffs on foreign imports, it looks like they're doing the patriotic thing by protecting American products and jobs. And sometimes for a short while it works, but only for a short time. But over the long run, such trade barriers hurt every American worker and consumer. High tariffs inevitably lead to retaliation by foreign countries and the triggering of fierce trade wars. Then the worst happens.
What? Hello? Why did it... dude, Independence gonna piss me off. You know what it was? I think it... Here, go back here.
But over the long run, such trade barriers hurt every American worker.
I'm just
and
trying to play the
consumer.
ad, fuck's sake.
High tariffs inevitably lead to retaliation by foreign countries and the triggering of fierce trade wars. Then the worst happens. Markets shrink and collapse, businesses and industries shut down, and millions of people lose their jobs.
That already happened from COVID, dude.
Throughout the world, there's a growing realization that the way to prosperity for all nations is rejecting protectionist legislation and promoting fair and free competition. America's jobs and growth are at stake.
Ontario, Canada. So look, apparently Trump is alleging that that's another story we'll get to. Trump is alleging that the video is AI. Frankly, I don't care. I wasn't alive when Reagan was president. All I know is that he is a fucking terrible president. So many things he did were wrong. So whether that's AI or not, I don't care. I think he's a fucking idiot. Ronald Reagan is hands down one of the worst presidents that we've ever had. And if you don't believe me, just look at no-fault divorce. Ask yourself why insane and mentally ill people are able to walk the streets. Ask yourself, I don't know, why are things outsourced to other countries? Maybe because he thought that tariffs only hurt Americans and that we should outsource and open our trade to everybody. Fuck Ronald Reagan. I don't care what he has to say. Canada can use that ad all they want. It just further proves my point for why I don't like Ronald Reagan. Ronald Reagan is a lame-ass motherfucker who did a lot of wrong things for this country. National Firearms Act. There's a big one. Screw that guy. Screw Ronald Reagan. I don't care what he has to say, whether this is AI or not. I don't think it's AI. I don't really care. President Donald Trump said he is slapping an additional 10% tariff on Canada for not pulling down a fraudulent ad featuring former President Ronald Reagan fast enough. The anti-tariff ad was funded by Ontario's provincial government and quoted the conservative icon who appeared to warn in the video that tariffs hurt every American. You know what hurts every American? Outsourcing all of our goods and labor to other countries. What do we make here anymore? We don't make a whole lot. We don't make a whole lot. When you get fresh out of high school, your only options are to go to college and get a 4-year degree, 8-year, 12-year degree, depending on what you're doing. And then maybe you can go get a nice paying job, right? But if, let's say you can't afford college, let's say you don't want to go into debt, there are some trade schools. Trade schools cost money too. But what jobs can you get fresh out of high school? You can't go work in factories anymore. Factories are high paying jobs. But that's just the thing, right? Is all these American capitalists, all these capitalistic companies that we have in this United States, they don't want to have to pay you. They don't. Look at Amazon. Amazon's working tirelessly to make sure that they don't have to hire people. They're making a robot that's going to get rid of like 6,000 jobs or 60,000 jobs, like some insane number. So Amazon doesn't want to pay you. American companies don't want to pay you. They want slave labor and they want robots. That's what they want. So we outsourced all of our labor. The only things Reagan had going for him was a quick wit while he sucked it as president. Yeah, that's basically it. He had good charisma. He's basically the Gavin Newsom. He's the Gavin Newsom of the right. Because you look at Gavin Newsom, he's got good charisma. He's good on camera. He's quick. He's quick with his words. But when it gets down to policy and running a state or a country, no, you don't want him doing that. No, that's same thing for Reagan. Same thing for Newsom. Reagan was fake and gay. Absolutely. This weird backing that Reagan has from the right is honestly disturbing. Like, I think people are just blind to all the negative things that came from his presidency. So many bad things came from his presidency. Nixon was where it was at. They did him dirty. I don't know enough about Nixon to speak on that, honestly. I just know all the jokes and stuff, and they have him in Futurama. That's the extent of my knowledge on Nixon. Let's see. The anti-tariff ad was funded by Ontario's provincial government. Trump appeared to take great offense to the ad and announced Thursday he was suspending trade talks with Canada as a result. Ontario Premier Doug Ford said Friday that he would pull the ad to allow the trade talks to resume following discussions with Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney. However, Ford said the ad would continue running through the weekend, including during the first World Series games between Toronto Blue Jays and the Los Angeles Dodgers, which has irked the president. Speaking of Prime Minister, let's talk about the former Prime Minister. Justin Trudeau and Katy Perry are now in a relationship. I thought that was interesting. We saw the pictures of them off the Californian coast on the yacht. But yeah, Katy Perry has confirmed that they are in a relationship. Great. I love seeing communists and socialists get together. It's amazing. Beautiful thing. They were made for each other. I guess she really did kiss a girl and she liked it. But anyway, Canada was caught red-handed putting up a fraudulent advertisement of Ronald Reagan's speech on tariffs. Trump complained on Truth Social Saturday afternoon from an Air Force One while en route to Malaysia. The advertisement was to be taken down immediately, but they let it run last night during the World Series, knowing it was a fraud. Trump said, because of the serious misrepresentation of the facts and a hostile act, I am increasing the tariff on Canada by 10% and 10% over and above what they're paying now. It was not immediately clear when the hike would come into effect or whether it would apply to all Canadian goods. Earlier this year, Trump raised the import tax on Canada to 35%. The advert uses a real but spliced moments from April 1987 Reagan address about the imposing tariffs on Japan to criticize U.S. tariffs. So it's not AI, it's just chopped up in a way to benefit them. The Reagan Presidential Foundation also has condemned the ad, calling it unauthorized and misrepresentation of Reagan's views. The foundation indicated it is pursuing legal options over the use of the audio. Ford said the campaign's goal was to spark dialogue about the impact of tariffs on work and workers and businesses. We've achieved our goal, having reached U.S. audiences at the highest levels. Ford said in a statement on Friday, our intention was always to initiate a conversation about the kind of economy that Americans want to build and the impact of tariffs on workers and businesses. Look, the economy's in the gutter. The economy's not getting better. I don't care what Donald Trump says. The economy's not getting better. It's still hard to get a job. I went to Idaho. You make less money in Idaho than you do in California, just on average, for like job to job. Sure, there might be more high-paying jobs, whatever, right? If I get a job at a grocery store, it's not going to be the same pay as a job in California. But the prices are still the same. So the economy's in the gutter. Gas is getting cheaper. Woohoo, hell yeah. Not for me in California because Gavin Newsom fucking sucks. But the kind of economy that I want is making everything here. I want to make everything that we're capable of making here, and then I want a job doing it. That's what I want at the end of the day. I want a job where I make things. I want a job where I build things. That's another reason why I do this show. It's something for me to build, something to craft, something to work on, and something to keep me from going crazy while I'm sitting here looking for work. That's the whole one of the whole reasons I do this show, to vent and to have something to make. I like making things. The deep state didn't like Nixon, so I like him. There you go. Well, they didn't like JFK either, so. But anyway, let's see. I can play dirtier than they can, Trump told reporters on Friday. Many Canadian products have already been hit with a 35% tariff, while steel and aluminum face rates of 50%. Energy products have a lower rate of 10%. Well, we'll see how these tariffs actually go into effect. I think Trump is just he's just swinging his thing around, just like, hey, bring that ad down, bring that ad down, or I'll tell you what. I think that's what happened here. But anyway, well, we'll move on to the next story. What else do we got? Let's see. Let's move back over to my desk. I just realized my doggo toys are right here. Doggo toys. She's in the crate right now. Fine though. I think she's napping. At least I hope she is. I'm gonna have to give her medicine here soon. But that's okay. Let's see. What stories do I want to jump to next? This is a pretty big story. Let's see. Yeah, we could do that one. Talk about this. What's this? Ah, yes. All right, we're gonna try to get through more of these stories. I don't need to do a segment on this one, but or I'm not gonna record this one. I'll just talk about it with you guys. Treasury Secretary says that U.S. China reach a deal on TikTok sale. I believe all details are ironed out, and that that will be for the two leaders who consummate that transaction on Thursday. The U.S. and China have reached a final agreement to transfer the American version of TikTok to new ownership. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent confirmed during a Sunday interview, allowing for a signing between President Trump and Xi Jinping this week, while the former is in Asia. Speaking on CBS News, Face the Nation, Bessent said the two leaders will meet in Busan, South Korea, on Thursday to consummate the deal, which will be their first in-person meeting since 2019. Big meeting incoming between President Trump and President Xi. But first, Japan and South Korea, here we come. So I guess he's touring the Asian countries right now. Did anyone ever notice assistant attempt happen? Oh, an assassination attempt happened to a Republican more than Democrats. Lincoln, Reagan, Trump, Teddy Roosevelt. I mean, look, just like Steven Crowder did, has changed my mind, right? The left is violent. The left gets violent. They lose and they get violent. The right loses and they pray. That's basically what happens. The right loses and they pray. They pray that they don't next time. It's basically what happens. Let's see. It says we reached a final deal on TikTok. Bessent said, I believe all the details are ironed out, and that will be for the two leaders to consummate that transaction on Thursday. The agreement comes after executive order Trump signed last month requiring TikTok's parent company ByteDance to divest its U.S. operations. Bessent didn't provide new specifics, but said his role was to ensure China signed off. My remit was to get the Chinese to agree to approve the transaction, and I believe we successfully accomplished that over the past 2 days. ByteDance will retain less than 20% of TikTok, while certain investors will control the remaining 80%, a setup meant to comply with legislation passed under the Biden administration that banned Chinese ownership of the app over national security concerns. And what I wanted to add to this is there's so many people that are like, oh, but Facebook, but Twitter, but Instagram, all these places, spy on you and track your stuff. I absolutely hate that argument. I absolutely, it's so dumb, right? It's like, the way I think about it, right, is like you're getting stabbed. You get stabbed by Instagram. You get stabbed by Twitter. You get stabbed by Facebook. You get stabbed by Threads. You get stabbed by Blue Sky. You get stabbed by all these social media companies. And then you get a foreign country come in and they're like, oh, let me get some too. Bam, they stab you too. And people are like, oh, it's just another stab. It's fine. It's what's one more stab? What's one more stab? Guys, just because it's already happening doesn't mean you allow it to happen more. If we can stop one, that's a win. If you can't sit there and be like, oh, but all these other companies are already doing it. Okay, so let another company do it. Like, I don't understand this argument. You're sitting there, you're getting stabbed, they're stabbing into your privacy, and then you're just like, but let another company do it too. We let these other companies stab in our privacy, let this company do it too. Why? Why? Because you like looking at TikTok reels? You like the brain rot you see on your 30-second clips? Like, come on, guys. It's just utterly ridiculous. It's a stupid argument for simpletons. The people that think that it's fine for TikTok to continue in the United States, I'm sorry. And if there's other arguments. I'm talking specifically about the people that think, oh, Twitter does it, Instagram does it, we should let TikTok do it too. Those people specifically, you're fucking retarded. You're fucking retarded. It's the same argument of like, you're getting stabbed, and then you're like, oh, what's one more stab? What's one more stab? Whatever, it's fine. And we can go even further with the analogy. Imagine you're getting stabbed by some neighbors, and then all of a sudden this guy comes from across the ocean just to come over and stab you too. And you're like, oh, it's fine. My neighbors were already stabbing me. Oh, like, it's so ridiculous. The people that make that argument are just utterly ridiculous. Trump has delayed the divestment deadline several times as talks continued without an agreement. TikTok risked being banned from the major U.S. app stores. Trump has previously said that Oracle co-founder Larry Ellison, Dell Technologies CEO Michael Dell, and News Corp's Rupert Murdoch would have roles in the new ownership structure. Excuse me. I'd prefer to not get stabbed. Exactly. Look, if my options are between not getting stabbed and getting stabbed a little bit, I would obviously pick not getting stabbed. But right now, look. The analogy is your privacy is getting stabbed. Your privacy is constantly being stabbed. Wouldn't it be nice to at least stop one of the stabbings? Wouldn't it be nice to just stop one stab? Like, you're like, oh, I'm already getting stabbed. What's one more? Like, stupid. Trying to think. I know the Dems had Kennedy brothers and Andrew Jackson. Praying is great. God calls us to come to him for all things, but he wants us to do it to the right needs to get up and move. We need to start voting more. Absolutely. Absolutely. Speaking of voting, I just turned in all the ballots from my household. They all voted no on Prop 50 because why would I vote to remove Republican representation? And then I have a family member I went and visited for the Halloween party yesterday, and she was telling me that she got her voting record, and it told her that she hasn't voted in the past like 4 or 5 elections. And she's like, I 100% voted. She's telling me about in 2018, she literally went in person to vote because that was the last time she voted in person before COVID. And she said that on her voting record that they said that she didn't vote. And what's funny is at the time she would have voted Democrat. So they didn't count her vote, even though she was probably voting Democrat. Like, it's so ridiculous. California is such a silly place. And then Gavin Newsom's upset that they're sending a federal like people to come watch. It's ridiculous. Well, I had an ex stab me. Wow. I'm sorry. If I've been stabbed, I don't recall it. I got a dude with a fork once. Was trying to take bacon off my plate. Got him in the leg. Kept my bacon. I feel like that's a thing from a movie. Stabbed in the arm. Wow. Wasting time at work. Nice. Bet she was fun. Anyway, bet your ex was fun stabbing you. What'd you do to get her to stab you, huh? Women are never wrong. Women can never be wrong. What'd you do to get her to stab you, huh? What'd you do? Anyway, Trump previously said Oracle co-founder Larry Ellison, Dell Technologies CEO Michael Dell, and News Corp's Rupert Murdoch would have roles in the new ownership structure. Sen also touched on progress. Touched on progress? What? Between Washington and Beijing, he said Trump is expected to withdraw the 155% tariff he threatened last week over China's plans to tighten rare earth exports. I believe that is effectively off the table, Percent said. The U.S. currently maintains about 55% tariff rate on most Chinese imports. So I would expect that the threat of 100% has gone away. suggesting that both sides reached a cooling point in the trade standoff. Soybean farmers are going to be extremely happy with this deal for this year and for the coming years, he said, though he didn't give details. I think the whole thing is. I think we should just ban TikTok. I don't care. I don't care who buys it. I feel like China will have a backdoor through it somehow, or they'll still get access to it. They probably have access to other companies as well. Point being, I think we should just ban it. But we don't need TikTok. We have plenty of social media companies. Ban Blue Sky too. Ban Blue Sky. Ban Threads. It really should just be Facebook, Instagram, and X. That's all we need. We don't need more. Don't need more than that. Work's pissing me off today. Feeling stabby. Whoa, Bach. Lol. Fake epilepsy, and I was taking her to the hospital, and well, I left her after she stabbed my blazer. Well then, that's unfortunate. Reaper missed and got the wrong hole. Oof, it happens sometimes. Nope, a thing from my childhood. I think 6th grade. Damn, stabbing kids in the 6th grade, were you? Is what it is, I guess. Don't get on Shitty Gov's bad side. Don't get on Shitty Gov's bad side. All right, let's do an ad read. We'll move on to another story, and we shall do an ad read. We'll also we'll talk about that story. Fake epilepsy. That's pretty crazy. Faking epilepsy is wild. Anyway, let's do an ad. We'll do 1775 coffee ad. Yeah, let's do a 1775 coffee ad. Hello? Uh-oh. It's giving me the business. Why are you giving me the business? Don't give me the business. I'm trying to do an ad for you, Rumble. There we go. Guys, you still haven't tried 1775 coffee yet? Now's your shot. 1775 starter kit just dropped, only 1,000 units. You're getting the bold, dark roast that hits hard, the smooth, medium roast, and the Vitality Mushroom Coffee for clean energy and laser focus. No crash. All single origin, small batch, toxin-free, and mold-free. Plus, you're also getting a gold spoon clip because Freedom isn't scooped with plastic. A frother strong enough to stir up your coffee and your mother-in-law's opinions. A black 1775 tumbler, $170 worth of coffee and gear, yours for $99. This is for the ones who've been watching 1775 blow up on Rumble, wondering if it's actually worth it. Spoiler, it is. Go to 1775coffee.com/studio and grab your starter kit before they're gone. Bold beans, clean fuel, and a morning routine that stands for something just like Rumble does. There you go, guys. Go check out your coffee. Look they even got a new graphic for you guys. Go and get your coffee today. Use code STUDIO at checkout. Anyway, there we go. That's a special kind of crazy, Reaper. Absolutely, that's a special kind of crazy. That sounds like a card you only use once. Yeah, she did it a lot. I don't know. She was fake. I didn't know she was faking. But when she stuck the dash of my... What? I left her, my baby was a bystander. Jeez, dude. That's wild, Clint. That's wild, man. You know what else is wild? Apparently we're living in a movie. Real life is just a movie. 1775 stab wounds. Enjoy getting stabbed by pre-Geneva Convention weapons. Look no further. 1776 stab wounds has a stab wounds for you. Nice tri-blade. Maybe a cool cavalry sword wound. Buy now. Man, that someone needs to do that. 1776 knives and weapons and swords. They don't have to be real. They could be replicas. It'd just be cool. Be super cool. Anyway, let's jump to the story. We got about 3 more stories. Let's try to get through these because I do need to give the doggo her medicine. And I don't want to let her out of the kennel until it's time for that. But she'll be fine. She'll be fine. What's it called? Yeah, she'll be fine. Anyway, let's move to this next story. We got this one from the Gateway Pundit. So I know some of you probably heard about this last week. I know Chris from the Quiet Part Pod was talking about it. I don't know if Joey touched on it. I know a few people touched on this story. But there's an update. French police have now arrested suspects in a $100 million Louvre crown jewel heist. French authorities announced Sunday that multiple suspects have been arrested in connection with the daring theft of crown jewels worth more than $100 million from the Louvre Museum in Paris. The arrests come just a week after thieves executed one of the most brazen heists in modern French history, raising questions about the security of the world's most visited museum. Paris prosecutor Laure Bacau confirmed that arrests were made on Saturday evening, including one suspect who was detained at Charles de Gaulle airport as he attempted to leave the country. Let's see. Says she declined to provide exact numbers or confirm whether the priceless jewels had been recovered. French outlet BFM TV and Le Parisien reported that at least 2 individuals were taken into custody. The theft, which occurred on October 19th, shocked both France and the international art world. In less than 8 minutes, this is like a movie scene. It sounds like a movie scene, guys. Like the describing of this here, it sounds like a movie scene. Yo, what's up, son of Wiggum? Son of Wigum's in the chat. What's up? Let's see. So the theft took less than 8 minutes. A skilled crew scaled the facade of the Louvre using a basket lift, forced open a window, smashed display cases, and escaped with jewels tied to the European royalty. The stolen items, estimated at $88 million, or I should say 102 million in American, included a sapphire diadem, a necklace, and an earring linked to the 19th century Queen Marie Amélie. And Hortense, as well as an emerald necklace and earrings tied to Empress Marie Louise, Napoleon Bonaparte's second wife. Also missing were Empress's Eugene's diamond diadem and her diamond and emerald corsage bow brooch. One of the most famous pieces, Eugene's emerald set imperial crown containing more than 1,300 diamonds, was later found abandoned near the museum, damaged but recoverable. Wow. Containing more than 1,300 diamonds was later found abandoned near the museum. I wonder why they would have abandoned one, or maybe they dropped it in a attempt to get away. The Louvre Museum? Louvre Museum. Thank you, Bush. Bush correcting me in the chat. That's what you guys are here for. You guys are here to correct me while I vent about news and stuff. Still, the disappearance of the remaining jewels represents an enormous cultural and historical loss. Louvre director Laurence Descartes admitted the robbery reflected a terrible failure in the security, with investigators later revealing that at least one surveillance camera was pointed away from a critical balcony. French Interior Minister Laurent Nunez nevertheless praised investigators for their quick progress, saying he had full confidence in the more than 100 officers assigned to the case. Authorities have not ruled out the possibility of an inside job or the involvement of a private collector who may have commissioned the theft. Bacau emphasized that leaks of investigative details could hinder recovery efforts, nothing that specialists in armed robberies, art theft, and major burglaries are pursuing all leads. As police continue their search for additional suspects and the missing artifacts, France is reckoning with how one of its most iconic institutions suffered a spectacular breach. For now, the world waits to see whether these jewels of royal heritage can be returned to the rightful place in the Louvre's galleries. Well, it just seems like something straight out of a movie. So they got one of those crane lifts, the baskets, and they lifted them up. That's kind of funny. I want to like, is there a recording of this somewhere? I want a recording of this. Maybe they won't release it because it's still an ongoing investigation, but. This is supposed to be like one of the world's most visited museums. You would think that they would have like plexiglass or something protecting these things. If they were able to just shatter them, clearly they weren't well defended. And then there should be cameras, right? There should be cameras around this place. Or I don't know, because we did that story about the 3,000-year-old gold bracelet with the lapis pennant that got melted down after someone who worked at the museum stole it and then pawned it off, and it got pawned around before it got melted down. They didn't have any cameras in the back room. Why? I don't know. Stupid, because why not? I bet they stole them and realized, where the F am I going to even sell these, and abandoned some of them, or the buyer backed out. Yeah, could be true. That could be true. I love a good heist at the French's expense. Look, it should not be this easy for them to break into the museum. So if it was, later, Shitty Gov, he's gotta go. Good show today. Thank you, man. Thank you, appreciate it. Well, we're gonna go a little while longer. I got a couple more stories after this, but it's just wild to me that How many people here believe that they were probably watching movies leading up to this, right? Like, how many do you think they like watched movies in preparation for this? I feel like they were watching some pretty good heist movies to prepare for this. Just an idea, just an idea. You know, maybe they got some of their ideas from some heist movies. Who knows? Who knows? I don't know. I don't know. I'm just speculating here. I'm just speculating. But anyway, still a crazy story. I don't know. Hopefully they find everything. I mean, I think these things do belong in a museum, but crazy people do crazy things. I don't know. Hopefully these are actually the people that they caught, and they can recover the jewels. That's my thoughts on the matter. That is my thought. That would be my thoughts on the matter. Hopefully they catch these sons of bitches, and they bring back the jewels. That's what I think. Anyway, back to the desk. Back to the desk. Your guys' lovely chats are right here. Look at this. Oh, right here. Look at this. You guys' chats are right here. Right here. Oh, Boosh, I just ended the segment. I just ended the segment. We have a video. Hang on. Boosh sent me video. Let's see. What does this look like? Oh, okay. It's not super important. It's just them getting lowered out of a basket case. Okay, here. Let's switch screens. So, a member of the audience sent me this. Boosh, a friend of ours, friend of the show. Let's see. Yeah, it's here they are coming out of the museum. It looks like they literally used a basket. They used one of those mechanical baskets. That's hilarious. So, do they abandon the basket there? What's going on here? Should I put on the audio?
Of the Louvre. Upstairs, where the burglars broke in, a security guard had just started her shift and describes what happened.
There were 3 of us at that moment on that.
Okay, so it's just them escaping the museum. I don't need to include that in the segment then. I stopped recording the segment. That's why I was like, damn it, Boosh. It's fine though. It's all good. It's all good. Let's see. We got 26 people in here. I'm not counting the people on YouTube because you guys basically don't exist. You guys never type in my chat. So unless you type in my chat, you don't exist to me on YouTube. Sorry. Rumble. We got 25, 26 beautiful people watching. Guys, drop a like on the video. We're 7 away from the like goal today. Look, like goal right here. This one right here. Help me reach that goal, guys. Damn, what's going on with my hair? My hair's all crazy today because I'm going as Shaggy for Halloween, dressing up as Shaggy, and then my beautiful girlfriend, she's Velma, and she's got a really good Velma outfit. So on Friday, because it is Halloween, I will wear my Halloween costume, and I will have my hair down too. That's why my hair's not cooperating with me today. It's wanting to go forward because I had it forward yesterday, or had it flat, I should say, whatever. I basically have skater boy hair when I don't put it back like this. So anyway. Let's move on to these other stories because I do need to give the doggo her medicine for the morning, feed her breakfast, all that good stuff. 26 active real people here, no bots. Like Zoinks, Scoob! Zoinks! Zoinks! I had that as a sound effect for a little while when people followed. That first raid I got from the Cord Ring was hilarious because so many people were following me. I had to turn off the sound effects. And then it took a while for it to catch up. But it just kept going, zoinks, zoinks, zoinks. It just kept doing it. It's back-to-back getting zoinked. Is hilarious. Anyway, let's get into some of these meat and potato stories. These are the ones that I put in the headline. Which one did I put in the headline first? I did the SNAP benefit one. So let's do the SNAP benefits first. All right, guys. Sorry I forgot to hit the like button. It's okay. That's why I'm here to remind you. Dweezil, I haven't seen Dweezil in a little while. What's up, dude? But yeah, guys, drop a like on the video. Drop a like. We can hit that like. I know we can hit that like goal. I know we can hit that like goal. We just need like half the audience to hit the like. Just do it, guys. Just drop a like. It costs nothing to drop a like. If you want something that costs money though, of course, subscribe to the channel. I mean, come on, send in a Rumble rant or something. No, I'm joking. You guys don't have to do any of that. Look, I can make no money from this. I could have no one watching. I would still make these videos. This is a vent for me. Like I was saying earlier in one of the other segments, this is just something for me to do. It's something for me to vent, and it's something for me to work on while I'm looking for work. Because I've been applying to jobs and stuff. I'm looking for work, and it's tough, especially in California. But I would do this even if no one watched. So the fact that I have people chatting and people watching is absolutely baffling to me. I love it. I love it so much. But again, I would do it if I made nothing and I didn't do anything. Oh, my sister's watching me. Hello, Lynn. She's watching that. Are you watching me on YouTube? Rumble's where it's at. I'm just saying, Rumble's where it's at. But anyway, I appreciate the YouTube view. I still appreciate it. You were playing Helldivers when the quartering raided you. I was, and that was hilarious. Oh yeah, I remember that. Lol, that's when I came to your channel. That's when a lot of you came to the channel. Had a stroke about a month ago, and it is affecting my reading and writing. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Dweezil. Damn, dude. Well, I'm assuming you're on the road to recovery, man. I hope for the best for you, dude. That sucks. We've had a lot of family friends have had strokes. It's tough. It's really tough. I feel for you, man. That sucks. I'm glad to see you back in the chat though. I'm glad that you're doing well enough now to be hanging out at least. But man, that sucks. I'm sorry to hear that, dude. It really sucks. Man, okay. Well, I don't want to. Now I feel weird jumping to the next story, but we gotta move things along. I hope for the best for you, Dweezil, guys. If you're the praying type, pray for Dweezil and a swift recovery. Yes, this writing is therapeutic. Well, I'm glad to hear that. You can use my chat for therapy all you want. Tyler Today Therapy. We should start a new segment where I just bring people on and they trauma dump onto me. We could do that. That'd be great. Anyway, I'm just joking. Anyway. Let's jump to this story. Let's see. So the federal food aid will not be going out starting November 1st. Oh wait, I forgot to click record. We got this story from CBS News. A lot of outlets are reporting on it. But guys, SNAP benefits are running out. They're going to be running out and they'll be gone by November 1st. So for those of you that get SNAP benefits, if any of you do, I know some people genuinely need it and actually do benefit from having this, but there's a lot of people that take advantage of it, and it's coming back to bite people at the end of the day. So what's going on? The federal food aid will not go out starting November 1st amid the government shutdown, according to the Trump administration. The U.S. Department of Agriculture has posted a notice on its website saying federal food aid will not go out November 1st, raising the stakes for families nationwide, and the government shutdown drags on. The new notice comes after the Trump administration said it would not tap roughly $5 billion in contingency funds to keep benefits through the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, commonly referred to as SNAP, flowing into November. That program helps about 1 in 8 Americans buy groceries. Yeah, but there's also a lot of illegals on it. There's a lot of people that don't need to be on it. It's honestly disgusting. If I had to break it down to a number, it's probably like 80, maybe even 90% people don't need to be on it. But there's absolutely people that do benefit from this and should get like a little bit of help every month. I'm fine giving a little bit of help to people, but just like with everything, you give people an inch, they take a mile, and there's been so many people that have taken advantage of this system. So many illegals that shouldn't even be in this country taking our money. There's just so much corruption in this program. And should Trump tap into a $5 billion contingency fund? No, he shouldn't. It's a contingency fund. What if he needs that money for a national security? National security or a natural disaster or something? Like, no, save that money, dude. We don't need to be putting more money into something like this when we just need Democrats to vote on the goddamn continuing resolution. Again, the shutdown is brought to you in part by the Democrats. The Democrats are continuing the shutdown. It's up to them to put it through. They just don't want to. And you don't even need all the Democrats to vote. You just need like 15% of the Democrats to vote. But you have this from the U.S. Department of Agriculture. Senate Democrats have now voted 12 times to not fund the food stamp program, also known as the Supplemental Nutritious Assistance Program. Bottom line, the well has run dry. At this time, there will be no benefits issued November 1st. We are approaching an inflection point for Senate Democrats. They can continue to hold out for health care for illegal aliens and gender mutilation procedures, or reopen the government so mothers, babies, and the most vulnerable among us can receive critical nutrition assistance. So that is on the U.S. Department of Agriculture. This is where you would go and apply for all sorts of stuff, including SNAP. And yeah, they have this posted here. And it's not wrong. They need to vote and get this through. because if the government doesn't reopen soon, our military isn't going to be funded. Our military is running out of money, and there's a good chance that American soldiers miss paychecks now as a direct result of the Democrats. Direct result of the Democrats. Our U.S. soldiers may not be getting a paycheck. And then we all know about the air traffic controllers. It's been over a month. It's been over a month. Like, these people need to get paid, man. These people need to get paid. These people need to get back to work. Ritz in the chat, guys. Go follow Ritz Filda. She does video games and stuff. She comes and hangs out with us on Repo and stuff. She also plays with Eternal Spartan and Bearded Nerd, I believe. Go follow her channel. She's cool. But she said in the chat, I owe Snap $4,000 somehow. What? How do you owe Snap were you getting Snap benefits? Were you getting? The only way that I could think that may have happened is you were getting SNAP benefits and you forgot to check the box to withhold taxes on it. Because I'm getting unemployment right now, and a part of the unemployment is that you can choose to or not to withhold federal taxes. But the thing about that is that when you do your tax returns, you're gonna owe it anyway. So it's like, just take the money now. Like, why would I? I don't understand that. Why is that even an option? I don't even understand why that's an option. Yeah, I did everything I was supposed to. Oh, then that's just the government for you. That's just the government screwing people over. That's ridiculous. How long have you? I'm curious at how long you've owed that. That's ridiculous. But yeah, guys, go follow Ritz in the chat. It's over on Rumble. So I don't. Ritz, do you have a YouTube? I don't know if Ritz has a YouTube. 5 years. Wow. So that was like during COVID. That isn't, yeah, that's weird. I don't know why they would make you, that's so stupid. Government sucks. Government lies. Everybody dies. Anyway, let's see. The shutdown, which began on October 1st, is now the second longest on record, while the Republican administration took steps leading up to the shutdown to ensure SNAP benefits were paid this month. The cutoff would expand the impact of the impasse to a wider swath of Americans, and some of the most in need, unless a political resolution is found in just a few days. I think Democrats want this. Democrats want riots. I think that's what it is, because that's exactly what you're going to get from people when they can't afford Thanksgiving dinner. If a bunch of families, it said 1 in 8 Americans. If 1 in 8 Americans can't afford Thanksgiving dinner because of the SNAP benefits, you will see riots. You will see violence. I have had many clips sent to me by Sean's Eye View. Shout out to Sean. Go follow him as well, Sean's Eye View. He has sent me many clips of these SNAP recipients talking about how they're going to get turkey on Thanksgiving by any means necessary. They're going to get their groceries. They're going to get their food. They're going to get their money by any means necessary. And they are even talking about walking out with full carts of groceries, warning employees at these grocery stores not to interfere, telling people to make sure they're locking their doors when they go grocery shopping, telling people to watch out when they're finished shopping, watch your back. Lots of threats of violence are being made as of right now because of the possibility of these benefits not going through. And all I got to say is be prepared to defend yourself. Going to the grocery store is about to become a mission. Going to the grocery store is about to become more dangerous than it typically is. And it's directly because always carry a knife. At least in California, I live in California, always carry a knife on you at the very least. Remember, guys, these people, I said this earlier in another segment, these people do not have the same morals as you and I. They don't have the same morals as us. So when they come for you and they want to steal your groceries, just assume that they will do it by any means necessary. You need to defend yourself and you need to defend your family by any means necessary. Defend yourself and be ready to defend yourself. Don't wait. Don't wait. Someone's approaching you like, hey, hold up a minute. Let me talk to you. No, fuck you. You approach me, you're getting stabbed. Stay the hell away from me. Some guy approaching you in a grocery lot parking lot after you just bought groceries, and they're like, hey, stop. I don't care who you are. You stay the hell away from me. Stay the hell away from me. I don't want anything to do with you. You don't get any of my money. You don't get any of my groceries. All of us are struggling out here. All of us are struggling out here. You go deal with yourself, dude. You go deal with yourself. You stay the hell away from me. That's how I feel about it. Let's see. I carry 2 and a gun. There you go. I always carry 2 knives. I can't carry guns in California. Boosh said, I wish a nibble would. Let's see. Lol, F it. There's like 5 or 6 Reapers on Rumble. It'd be like that. Oh, Reaper, what's it, lol? Work sucks today. Sorry to hear that, Wiggum. Look up Senator Lankford. He proposed a bill that would end all future shutdowns and make Congress work 7 days a week when they can't agree on funding. Dude, that's excellent. That's exactly how it should be. I mean, Speaker Mike Johnson could force these people to come back and vote on this stuff, but Speaker Mike Johnson is a spineless coward who doesn't want to do anything for this country. Let's see. Watch your door handles, too. Don't touch anything with your bare hands. That's actually a good tip, too. You guys need to be aware of this. Thieves are getting crafty, guys. Thieves are getting crafty. They will put money on the ground near your car so that when you pick it up, it has this residue on it that makes you sick, could possibly make you pass out, and then they could take advantage of you. And what I mean by that, take advantage, that has many different meanings. It could simply be take advantage of you, as in they're going to walk up and take the wallet and keys out of your pocket. Could be take advantage as in they kidnap you, or among other things. Point being, you see something in the parking lot, you see something on the floor in the parking lot, don't go touching it with your bare hands. And be careful touching your door handles. Make sure you're looking at your door handles. Make sure you're inspecting them before you get into your car. I'm sorry this is the world that we live in, but you need to protect yourself and you need to be aware of these things. The excellent point, Ritz. Excellent point. Let's see. Dweezil said, I feel other people will take advantage of getting free food by begging and blaming the government for not helping them out. They already are. They already are. I dropped a link to what Senator Lankford said in the Discord. That's Guido said that. So let's see. Guido sent something to the Discord, guys. Join the Discord. I have it in the description. Go check that out. Let's see. So that's the Instagram post. Can I unmute it?
Keep the government open at its current status quo. And let's keep debating all these issues. But why should next week SNAP recipients no longer get SNAP benefits? Because there's a fight over all these healthcare issues on this that we have very strong actual policy issues with. Why are they cutting off SNAP benefits? Why are they telling this young couple with an infant child on the way, no, neither of you are going to get paid? Why is that happening? So here's what we've done. I proposed a bill that I put out last session. It was very straightforward. This bill just says we will never have another government shutdown. Never. Every time we get to another moment like this, automatic funding kicks in. But here's the kicker. Members of Congress are in session 7 days a week, and we can't do anything but appropriations. We've got to do appropriations, and we've got to be here 7 days a week, House and Senate, until we actually get this solved. And that seems like a pretty reasonable thing. My Democratic colleagues have been bemoaning the House is not in session. If you would have voted for my bill last session, we would all be here right now negotiating this out. I had 57 votes on that last session. 57. We were 3 votes short of never, ever having a government shutdown again. Never. So I'm going to bring it again and to say, let's end the potential of government shutdowns ever. And let's actually stay here and debate the issues and to be able to work things. It's something pretty straightforward.
Excellent from Senator Lankford. And he even said they almost had it passed. They almost had it passed. I don't know who didn't vote on it, and you can make your assumptions there. I'm not going to pull it up right now. But excellent video. Thank you, Guido. Someone in the chat said, what is this residue that they're putting on these baits? I'm not exactly sure what the residue is. I just know that it's becoming more and more common for people to do that. I've seen lots of stuff about it. I mean, even here in my hometown, I've seen, like that we have a local media that posts things, and I've even seen them post about it a couple times. It's a real thing. It's just one of the. It doesn't happen often. It probably won't ever happen to you, but it's just something you need to have in the back of your mind when you're in the grocery store parking lot or just a parking lot in general, and you just need to keep in your mind. Hey, there's a $20 bill on the floor near my car that wasn't there when I got in. Or when I got out of the car. That's kind of weird. Careful touching it. Be careful touching it. Because I mean, I don't know what the residue is, but you guys got to protect yourself. There's a crazy world out there, man. Thank you, Guido. That's an excellent video of Senator Langford. But the administration blames Democrats who say they will not agree to reopen the government until Republicans negotiate with them on the extending expiring subsidies under the Affordable Care Act. Republicans say Democrats must first agree to reopen the government before negotiations. There's an urgent need to reopen the government, which is why we continue to demand the Republicans sit at the negotiating table so we can enact a spending agreement that's bipartisan in nature. Oh, alarm's going off. I gotta feed the doggo her medicine. She could wait till the stream's over though. She'll be okay. She's healing up really good. She got spayed last week. She's doing good though. She's taking a nap, so she's fine. I'll feed her after the show. But it says so Democrats are blaming it on Republicans, even though Republicans are the one voting. They're blaming the shutdown on Republicans because they want them to come to the table and negotiate giving funding to illegal immigrants. And look, to be generous to them, what the funding is, to my understanding, is a secondary fund to given to local counties and local, states and stuff like that in order to pay for illegals that come into the hospital. And my thought on that is, you break your leg or something, you go to the hospital, they found out you're not a citizen, sure, wrap them up, fix them, put a stint on it, whatever you gotta do. Maybe no cast. They can get casted when they get sent home. They should be sent home. The hospitals should be reporting these people. I honestly don't care. I don't care. If you're in this country illegally and you go to the hospital, you should not be shielded from deportation. You should be sent immediately. Get out. Go. Do the bare minimum that we have to do in order to make sure you're okay, and then get the hell out. I don't care. There's an urgent need to reopen the government, which is why we continue to demand Republicans. Let's see. House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries said on Face the Nation with Margaret Brennan on Sunday, Democratic lawmakers have written to Agriculture Secretary Brooke Rollins requesting that she use contingency funds to cover the bulk of next month's benefits. But a USDA memo that surfaced Friday said contingency funds are not legally available to cover regular benefits. The document says that the money is reserved for such things as helping people in disaster areas. The memo cited Hurricane Melissa, which has strengthened into a major hurricane, as an example of why it's important to have the money available to mobilize quickly in the event of a disaster. Exactly what I said. Don't use the money on stupid SNAP benefits, because if we have a natural disaster or something, we need to have that money. The prospect of families not receiving food aid has deeply concerned states run by both parties. Some states have pledged to keep SNAP benefits flowing, even if the federal program halts payments, but there are questions about whether the U.S. government directives may allow that to happen. The USDA memo says states would not be reimbursed for temporarily picking up the cost. Other states are telling SNAP recipients to be ready for the benefits to stop. Arkansas and Oklahoma, for example, are advising recipients to identify food pantries and other groups that help with food. Democratic Senator Chris Murphy of Connecticut accused Republicans and President Trump of not agreeing to negotiate. The reality is they sat down to try to negotiate. We would probably come up with something pretty quickly. We would open up the government on Tuesday or Wednesday, and there wouldn't be any crisis in the food stamp program. I don't think the Republicans need to negotiate. They don't need to. This is a continuing resolution on things that you guys have already agreed on. They just don't like how things played out for them, and now they're using it as leverage. Basically, the vote turned out in the Republican favor over the past, 10 months, and now the Democrats see an opportunity to leverage this against them, because the Democrats don't care if people riot. They want them to riot. Donald Trump's president. They don't care if people riot. They don't care if the country starts to fall apart. That's their goal anyway. So, no negotiation. Exactly. No negotiations needed here. Carry gloves in your vehicles, guys. Yep. Or at least, something to pick up things. It should be the same as a drunk driver. You get the medical care cuffed to the gurney, then deal with the law after. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. These illegal immigrants, they come in with something going wrong with them. They get cuffed to a hospital bed. We give them the basic medical care, and then we move on. We kick them out. Get out of here. Women with children are targeted a lot. Easy targets, and yes, I think it's fentanyl. Interesting. So it might be fentanyl. I mean, fentanyl is really easy to... You only need a little bit to mess someone up. Man, this government shutdown, that dumb son of a bitch, Tanadar, is all taking his ish, and God, I wish he just shut the F up. Who's Tanadar. I don't even know who Tanadar is. Don't give in at all. Let the low brain function people whine and cry. The rest of us are fine. Yeah, I feel bad because there are actually people that do need the SNAP benefits. They do need that little bit of a leg up. But as I said earlier in the segment, that's like 10%. That's like 10% of people. So 20% of people on the benefits. The vast majority of SNAP recipients should just go get a fucking job. Anyway, we're going to move on. Move on to the final story so I can go get this pupper her medicine and feed her for the morning. All right, let's move on. I can do an ad. We can do an ad read real quick. Let's do an ad read because I kept forgetting to do them. Let's see. Augusta Gold. What's Augusta Gold? Sacred Human? What is that? Rumble Premium plus Perplexity? Okay. Check that one out. Let's do this ad. Rumble Premium plus Perplexity. Guys, are you looking for smarter ways to browse and enjoy your favorite content without ads? Get the Perplexity Pro bundle with Rumble Premium for just $19.99 a month when you sign up before December 31st, which it's normally $29.99 value. With Rumble Premium, you'll get an ad-free viewing experience across all your devices and access to exclusive premium content, no interruptions, just the videos and streams you love anytime, anywhere. Plus, Perplexity Pro boosts your productivity with unlimited research, unlimited uploads, exclusive member perks, and access to the latest and most advanced AI models for faster, smarter answers every day. Save over 30% on this powerful bundle. Head to rumble.com/premium before December 31st to sign up and unlock your premium experience. So, guys, sign up before December 31st, before the end of the year, to get this plan for $10 cheaper than it normally would be. So after December 31st, it will go up $10 to $29.99. You can get the Perplexity and Rumble Premium bundle for $19.99 right now. Rumble.com/premium. Go check it out, guys. If that is something that interests you, go check it out. I like the new graphics that they're doing for the ads. It definitely makes it a lot easier. That transparent background was not doing it. What are you guys saying in the chat? Here in Michigan, we got a stupid ass Muslim or India piece of shit named Shri Tanadar. Interesting. Are they a senator or what are they? What's their role in government? The population will step up and help. SNAP is not needed, in my opinion. That is what churches are for and not for-profit companies are for. I agree. That things will figure themselves out. They'll work themselves out. Either these people will get to work or charities will step in. So I'm not worried about it. What I'm worried about is these stupid idiots that think that they should just go and steal from people as a result of this. That's what I'm worried. That's what concerns me. The people that actually genuinely need help will find the help from people in their community. But the people that don't actually need it and they just want to steal from people, that's what I worry about. All right, let's move to this last story so I can go feed this pupper her breakfast and medicine. Got this story from the Gateway Pundit. Guys, this is crazy. Victory for family battling state efforts to steal their 175-year-old family farm by evoking eminent domain. The government tried to steal this family's farm to create Section 8 housing. They wanted to create Section 8 housing using this family's farm. They were going to steal it from them. Thankfully, the court sided in favor of the family. But how wild is this? This is what I was talking about earlier. Rights don't exist. Privileges do. And your rights or your privileges can be taken from you in a blink of an eye if the government chooses to do so. And that's just a reality. That's a reality that we have to come to terms with. We can sit here and scream, oh, my rights, my rights, my rights. Well, if it was a right, they wouldn't be able to take it from you. If you had a right to something, you would not be able to have it taken from you. But that's not what it is. We confuse the word rights when it's really privilege. We have these privileges. You have the privilege of the Second Amendment. You have the privilege of freedom of speech. If these things were rights, they would be universal and they would not be able to be taken from you. I want to say Congress, he was the first to start saying DWE, deed, impeach Trump. He's a bad man. Why are you typing like that? You guys could see the chat over here. It's over in that corner. I'm used to it being like above me. I moved the camera. Anyway, that's irrelevant. But you guys could read the chat up in the corner, see what the chat's saying if you guys aren't watching live. But the Gateway Pundit reported on the state of New Jersey's efforts to bulldoze a 175-year-old family farm in the name of affordable housing, stealing the property through eminent domain. NewJersey.com reported that Chris Henry stood before the Cranberry Township Committee pleading with officials not to rip his family's heritage from the soil their great-grandfather purchased in 1850. 175 years of history. The Henry family, whose parents both served in World War II and whose mother's name is etched into the town's war memorial, is now watching bureaucrats prepare to seize their 21-acre farm by force. The family has poured over $200,000 into preserving this historic Middlesex County farm, which is currently leased to a local rancher who raises sheep and cattle. Despite the property's agricultural use and historical importance, the Cranberry Township Committee voted unanimously in May to move forward with seizing the land through eminent domain. That's so disgusting. The fact that people could vote to take your stuff away. Like, you're sitting here minding your own goddamn business, and they're like, you know what would be great over there? Affordable housing. Oh, but someone lives there. Yeah, but like, what if we just got together and we all agreed that it's not his? Just a thought. What I know their families had it for 175 years or whatever. What's 175 years? Who cares, right? But we could just sit here and vote that it's not his anymore. Could just vote. Yeah. Ridiculous. Despite the property's agricultural use and historical importance, all of this just to meet a state-mandated housing quota pushed by far-left courts and Trenton bureaucrats. Watch. So this is a video from, looks like someone on the farm. Let's check it out. Come on.
Don't want to eat the meat in the stores because of the chemicals.
The farm is surrounded by warehouses or land that's about to become warehouses. O'Donnell hopes Cranberry finds other places to put 265 affordable housing units and fulfill its constitutionally mandated obligation.
I hope they use their minds and their hearts that this is a good thing in this community. There's a lot of people like to look at these animals. Sometimes they're parking along the side of the road. They come up in a driveway. They just want to sit here and look at.
They just want to look at the animals. People love animals, man. Fox News reported that the battle is finally over as the township and farm owners reached an agreement. Per Fox News, it's been our legacy for 175 years, and all my ancestors struggled to get through all kinds of crises. The house burning down, the Great Depression. So to be able to keep it as we always wanted to do is just such a blessing, said Henry Family Farm co-owner and manager Andy Henry, who joined Fox and Friends Weekend alongside his brother Christopher. Before the conflict was resolved, the U.S. Department of Agriculture Secretary Brooke Rollins shared a post on X advocating for stopping the seizure of the land. Good news coming. Stay tuned, Andy. You are a warrior. So this is ongoing. Damn. So this has been going on since June at the earliest. I mean, this has been going on all year. On Friday, Rollins shared news of the resolution. I am so pleased to announce that the Henry Farm has officially been saved. God bless America. After months of bipartisan federal-state collaboration, the state of New Jersey has secured an agreement that would prepare the 175-year-old Henry Family Farm from the state's affordable housing plan. Further efforts are also underway by the USDA and the New Jersey Department of Agriculture to protect this prime farmland in perpetuity. I look forward to continuing the nonstop work with Andy's team and the New Jersey government administration to ensure these plans are fully effectuated. A war against Andy's farm is a war against all farms. This is why the USDA is finalizing plans to end systemic lawfare and weaponization of government against American agriculture. No more. His victory is more than one farmer's triumph. It is a reminder that rural America still stands tall, rooted in grit, faith, and the timeless bond between people and the soil. Excuse me. Defending America's farmers should be a top priority for every American. Thank you to all those who supported the effort to defend Henry's Family Farm. And then she tagged some people in her tweet and many others. To every farmer out there, hold fast, protect your land, preserve our way of life. The heart of the countryside beats because of you. And to Andy, what an honor it has been, my friend. And then let's see, how long is this video?
You know, a lot of people got involved in this. You know, the agricultural secretary, Burke Rollins, as well as gubernatorial candidate Jack Ciattarelli as well. Were you surprised by the amount of people who kind of came to your defense in this?
Oh, absolutely, we were. I mean, it started in our own town with people doing social media posts and getting together and inviting me to meetings like, come on over, we're going to have a meeting about saving your farm. Oh, okay, I'll be there. Wait a minute. We're going to have a meeting to prepare for the meeting about saving your farm. Oh, okay, we'll do that. And the news has just really helped us get the publicity. And I do certainly want to thank Secretary Rollins and the working group she has. And it's not just about saving our farm. It's hopefully about helping other farmers preserve their farm as well, this working group.
There we go. So yeah, good news there. Good news there. I'm glad that this family gets to keep their farm. It's just utterly ridiculous that the government would even try to take this farm from these people. Again, I have to reiterate, rights do not exist. Privileges do. You have so many privileges afforded to you in this country. The unfortunate thing is that the government will take away those privileges when convenient to them. That's a reality. If you had rights in this country, you wouldn't be able to have them taken away from you. But the government constantly takes people's rights. They constantly trample your rights because rights don't exist. They trample your privileges. They take away your privileges. You have so many amazing privileges in this country that the government takes away from you. Utterly, lol. What's up? I saw R Sergeant in the chat as well. What's up, R Sergeant? Let's see. What are you guys saying in the chat? Wiggum, does it sound right to you? What are you talking about? I want to say Congress. He was the first. Okay, you guys are talking about that guy that we were talking about. What are you talking about, Wiggum? Bush said that they tried to do this with a local family farm a year or two ago. I'm assuming this is where he lives. They wanted to add a highway spur that would have bisected the farm. Tried taking it and was denied, voted down by the city. But that's the thing. The federal government had to step in here. The Secretary for Agriculture, or whatever her name is, Secretary Rollins, whatever her name is, she had to step in because the local city unanimously voted that, yeah, take his property. Imagine that. You own property and the local government just says, yeah, we're going to vote to take it. Again, the government will take your privileges and your rights away when it suits them. I was saying that farmer is rich, so he does not need the money, right? The government can just take it so that they can split up the rich man's things and give to the poor, because that is Robin Hood. People suck. Yes, people do suck, and now I see what you're saying, Son of Wiggum. Yeah. Oh yeah, they're wealthy. We don't need to pay them for their land. We can just take their land. We don't need to do anything beyond that, right? Right, guys? Right, guys? We just take their land. Take their land. Hell yeah. You know, you guys should take that like button. Take that like button and slam it. Slam that like button. Just slam the shit out of it. Anyway. All right, I need to wrap up the show. I need to go feed the pupper her medicine and stuff like that. So we're gonna wrap up the show here, guys. Let's see. Oh, here we go. All right, we're gonna wrap up the show. Let me know what you guys think of the background. This is actually my background. Look, this is really my bed. This is real. This is all real. I have a real background now. A lot of people said that they like the real background more than the fakey background. What are you guys saying in the chat? Yeah, they'll get over it. Oh yeah, they'll get over it. Yeah, they just take their land. They'll get over it. Never mind that the reason those people have any money is from generations of hard work and that they have been working on that land. Yeah, deny the fact that they've had the land for 175 years. I mean, whatever. Who cares? What's 175 years, man? What's 2, 3, 4 generations of people? Oh well. Who cares? I don't care. Do you care? Why do you care? We need Section 8 housing. Why do you care? I don't understand. Why do you care? Guys, we're 2 likes away. We're 2 likes away. Come on, hit the like button, guys. We got 30 people in here. Hit the like button. Just 2 of you. Just 2 of you. We need 2 of you to hit the like button. Oh. If you guys like the show, please hit the like button. I will be back tomorrow with your regularly scheduled program. I'm back. I'm officially back. I won't miss any more days this week. I have figured it out with the Pupper Dupper. I will be here. I will be. I already hit it. Well, don't hit it again then. Don't do it again. Thank you, Tyler. I appreciate you and your show. Hey, we hit it. Thank you, guys. There we go. All right. There you go. There we go. My morning is complete. My morning is complete. We got the yay sound effect. The morning is complete. Thank you. Wait, it went up and then it went down. Did two of you just dislike? Hang on. No, you can't hit the like button again. If you already hit it, you got to stay liking it. You got to stay liking it. You can't like and then unlike. That's not how this works. That's not how this works, guys. All right. Anyway, love all you guys. Hope you guys have a great rest of your Monday. I might be back later playing some Vigima games. But we'll see. We'll see. I got to go grocery shopping. Got to handle the pupper dupper, and all that fun stuff. But yeah. Anyway, you guys have a fantastic day, and let's play you guys out with some music, shall we? This is a song that I actually haven't. This is a song that I haven't posted yet, but I think it's good. It's just like one of those ones that I have. All right, we're gonna do it. We're gonna play the one. So it's called "Silent Strings of Power." I like the song. I like it. I think it's a pretty good one. I haven't posted it yet though, so maybe I'll post it this Friday or something. I need to get a thumbnail for it. Anyway, you guys have a fantastic day. Here's the song.
On the TV screen, the words are honey, but the comb ain't clean. Whispers in alleys, deals under the moon. Promises bloom, but they rot too soon.
The wheel keeps turning
Round and round, truth buried deep beneath the ground. Silent strings of power, they pull, they pull. Behind the curtain, it's never full. The stage is set, but the script's a lie. Silent strings of power. Who decides why? They sell you hope wrapped in a paper flag. Shake your hand while they steal your bag. A king's ransom for a pawn's regret. And the board resets, but no one's left. Silent strings of power. They pull, they pull. Behind the curtain, it's never full. The stage is set, but the script's a lie. Silent strings of power. Who decides why? Red or blue, it's all the same. A shadow face in a rigged game. Tempo slows, then it speeds away. Corruption never takes a holiday.